The opinions expressed on this program are solely those of its hosts, guests, or callers, and do not necessarily represent the opinions of WTBR-FM, its management, other producers, or sponsors.
Good morning, everyone. This is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the wonderful City of Pittsfield. Bev Prentice is operating the board. She took the month of July off.
It should have been August.
I know. Now it's August. You're like, oh, I should have taken another month. Why? By taking the month off, we mean it's retirement. It's volunteer.
Right.
So
right.
You didn't get your pay doctor and there was no. It was just your volunteer. Everyone should think about that in their volunteer worlds to take it down a notch and do what you wanted to do. And you found a lot of stuff to keep you occupied.
Oh, yeah. More than enough.
More than enough.
Because it's been so long since I've had the time to do anything. Everything's backed up. So, yeah,
good.
I'm not worried about it.
No. It's all good. Well, we're happy you're back. We ended up only doing 2 shows in July, I think. And they flew right by, of course. The month of July flew by, and now it's August. We are recording this at the beginning of August, and we're going to talk all about the Pittsfield Cultural Plan, which is a plan for culture, obviously.
Does this happen every year?
No, this is the first ever of its kind.
Oh.
So the City of Pittsfield has a master plan, which includes a chapter or a section for culture, but this is the first ever cultural plan. We are working with Berkshire's Tomorrow, which is the nonprofit arm of the Berkshire Regional BRPC, Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, and they applied for a grant from the NEA, the National Endowment for the Arts, along with the City of Pittsfield, and received this grant to create the cultural plan. So it's very difficult when you receive a grant to create a plan, because most people want to use the grant funds to do execute programming, all the things, but this is literally to create the cultural plan. So we've been working now for more than a year with several people from the cultural community, about more than 30 people from the cultural community, to figure out priorities and things that are happening that should continue to happen, all of that good stuff. And now we want the community, we want all of you involved in this cultural plan. There is a survey out there in the world of the Pittsfield Cultural Plan, and you can find the survey on the Cultural Pittsfield social media pages, and Downtown Pittsfield Inc. has shared it, and we are putting it on lovepittsfield.com as well. It is a survey about what you do and what you want to do culturally in Pittsfield. I will share it with you, Bev. It's very easy to take. It takes about a little over 5 minutes, just over 10 questions, and there is a Spanish version as well that you can click on. Okay. It's through Survey Monkey. One question: what is your main connection to arts, creativity, and culture in Pittsfield? And the options are: I am a working artist, creative or cultural professional. I'm a creative hobbyist. I'm mostly an audience member.
I'm a wannabe.
No, wannabe is not an option. Wannabe is not an option at all. So it's very easy to take, and it's no problem at all. We want everyone that works in the arts, but also everyone that lives here and might go to 1 or 2 things. Someone that's never been to anything, we want everyone to take this survey. Okay. So it is available on social media platforms and on lovepittsfield.com, or you can call our office and we will email it directly to you, 413-499-9348, because we want people to take the survey for the cultural plan. So this is what we're talking about, the Pittsfield Cultural Plan. We are hoping to submit this plan in the fall of 2024. Berkshire's Tomorrow, the nonprofit arm of Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, received funding from the National Endowment for the Arts to support the City of Pittsfield's creation of a cultural plan, the first in the city's history. The purpose of this is to provide a template for organizations and the city itself to move forward in a structured and organizational way and always have culture at the top of mind.
So, I can see how that would be difficult.
Yes, it is. I think it's very interesting that the city has never had a cultural plan. Now, the master plan, which is done out of the Community Development Office, they do have a section that supports culture, but this is a cultural plan. Only culture is in this plan. And what is really going to happen when we solidify this plan and use it in the future is it will be a good template and backbone and document to have when applying for more grants to execute what's in the plan. So, for example, if the plan says I'm making this up. I do not know if this is what the plan will say, but if the plan says one goal is to have more public art in Pittsfield, when we then go apply for a grant from an organization, we then have the plan attached to the grant submission, the grant application that says this is part of our cultural plan. And so in order to execute the cultural plan, we would like this $10,000 to create a mural on the side of this really big building because it supports the cultural plan. It's very hard for people that don't write cultural plans or master plans or plans of any kind to be a part of this, because we just want to create the mural. Like, why do we have to plan and put this in the plan and then submit the plan and then submit we are just want to execute. So we're really grateful for the Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, BRPC, whose nonprofit arm is Berkshire's Tomorrow. And that is who is helping us create this plan and doing really a lot of the backbone work of the plan. So this, again, we're talking about the Pittsfield Cultural Plan, which is in the works. We hope to solidify it by the late fall of 2024. We want all of the residents and visitors to Pittsfield to be a part of the plan, and there is a survey out right now that you can take. It was in the Love Pittsfield newsletter and will continue to be in the Love Pittsfield newsletter on lovepittsfield.com. And also you can email or call us and just say, please send us the survey. It's been out on social media as well, and there will be a press release, so you'll get more information, hopefully, in the local media outlets on how you can be a part of the Pittsfield Cultural Plan.
When does it take effect?
Well, it's part of this grant. The grant is due at the end of October 2024. So by then, we hope to have a beautiful piece. And a lot of times these cultural plans come in the form of a beautiful graphically designed PDF. So it's pretty to look at when you're going through it. Also, there's sometimes video components to it where you just show all of the art and culture that is available in the city of Pittsfield and why this plan will only enhance that. So we hope to have all of that.
Now I can see why it took so long.
Well, it is a work in progress for sure, and we're grateful for all of our partners. We've been having these monthly meetings now for almost a year with all of these cultural partners, including Berkshire Museum, Colonial Theater, Berkshire Theater Group, Barrington Stage Company, Hancock Shaker Village, Arrowhead, the Berkshire Athenaeum, and then also organizations like the Berkshire Children's Chorus and churches. We've had Zion Lutheran Church host, and other entities are very involved in this process, and we're grateful for all that people have to say and contribute to this, because it is a lot of work, and we want the community and all of the cultural organizations to be at the table here with us creating this cultural plan.
I'll get you my survey.
Yeah, I'll send you the survey, Bev.
Thank
You should
you.
definitely be taking the survey. Once again, this is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the wonderful city of Pittsfield. And we are talking about the Pittsfield Cultural Plan, which you can get more information on social media channels, but also lovepittsfield.com and more. We talked last month, we had Jesse Tobin McCulley, who's in the office now and going strong. We talked all about the first Fridays at 5, and the one in August, on August 2nd, it poured rain again.
No.
So it was beautiful in May, and just beautiful in May. And the mayor actually said out loud on the stage, "This is beautiful. It's going to be a great season," something like that. And he jinxed us for the rest of the year. Because in June, July, and August, it rained. And it rains during setup, and people see it's raining and they don't come set up. And then we move music inside, and then it gets beautiful, and people come and say, "Why is the music inside?" Well, because for setup for 3 hours, it was. But let me just say a huge kudos to the Berkshire United Way and all of their partners, because they came out in full force. They started to set up. It started to rain, paused under the tent. Everyone was safe. Full setup, and then it was beautiful until about 6:30, and then another rainstorm came through. So they were celebrating their 100th birthday, and Tim Dupre, DJ Pup Daddy, was also set up in the street. Again, awesome. We didn't have the city stage. We had the street. He was set up on this, under this tent on the street. And he was also able to pause when it rained, kind of cover up his stuff, and then go back out when it didn't rain. So Berkshire United Way was wonderful, and we did celebrate their birthday with the full fanfare despite the rain. And the presenting sponsor was Guardian Life Insurance Company of America and SAME. They came out with this full team. They gave away snow cones and school supplies, and they were super smart. They got there and it was pouring rain, so they waited it out, stopped raining, full setup, and they were ready to go. Yeah. So September, we have one more. First Fridays at 5, September 6th. And it's going to be bigger than normal. We're trying to close off another section of the street to expand it. And there's going to be more art making on the street with the Lichtenstein Center for the Artists. They're coming out of the studio and doing some art demos. And there's a lot more planned. So we have full faith that September 6th will be a beautiful,
it better
sunny day and through 8 p.m. It's also so funny because when you look at the weather for the week, Monday it was beautiful. Tuesday it said Friday, beautiful. Wednesday, beautiful. Then it said, a little chance of rain. And then even Friday morning, it said the rain wasn't going to start until after 9 p.m. Well, we don't care what it does after 9 p.m. because we're broken down and all off the street by then.
I don't trust the weather.
I'm telling you, we just kept looking at it, and then it would change, and then it would change, and finally, it was raining. It was raining during setup. It was raining, but it's all good, and we will see you out there on September 6th for the final first Fridays at 5, the most beautiful evening of all. They have been doing the summer movie nights at Clapp Park. They did end up canceling the one on August 2nd and moving it to August 9th because of the weather. And because there was even a slight chance of storms. And the movie doesn't start till almost dark. Right. So that was a very smart move by the Pittsfield Recreation Department. So the summer movies, the last one I believe is August 9th coming up, and they've been having a grand success with that. Bosquet is doing all these really cool music concerts. And the last one, again, because of rain, they moved inside to Drifters, which was brilliant. But they're doing these Summit, SUMMIT, Top of the Mountain concert series on August 15th is the one that will be most relevant to the listeners here. Thursday, August 15th. And you buy a ticket and you go to the top of the mountain. And that's where the music is. So you ride the chairlift up.
There's a chairlift?
It's Bosque, the ski.
Oh, well, true. Okay. All
the
right.
ski place. So
I do not ski.
What's really fun in the summer is when they open the chairlift and you can be on the chairlift with no snow. It's actually
a
beautiful.
Scenic ride.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we are happy that they're doing all kinds of stuff like that. August 15th, you can get more information at Love Pittsfield or directly on the Bosque website. They're doing a lot of cool summer stuff. Live on the Lake is happening all summer. They've had to cancel a couple of those because on Wednesday nights, it's outside if it's storming, and there's been these weird pop-up storms happening too.
Yeah.
So they've had to cancel a couple of those. But August 14th is Shine, and August 21st is the Liquid Courage. So there's 2 more opportunities for Live on the Lake at the lake. Live on the Lake. It's at Onoda Lake, and it's Live 95.9 and Greylock Federal Credit Union are the ones that put that on. They've been doing that for 22 years. Wow, that's insane.
It's a tradition.
Wow, I didn't realize that. That's really impressive. Once again, this is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield. And we're talking about all the cool things happening in Pittsfield, but also the cultural plan. Pittsfield is in the midst of putting together its first ever cultural plan. We are working, the City of Pittsfield's Office of Cultural Development is working with Berkshire's Tomorrow, which is the nonprofit arm of the Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, BRPC. And all of the cultural organizations in Pittsfield are also at the table, and we want you to be a part of it as well. There is a survey out there right now that you can take, and it takes probably about 10 minutes of your time total at the most, and it's going to help us form the cultural plan. So we really appreciate everyone taking it. You can find that survey on social media channels, including Cultural Pittsfield on Instagram and Facebook, or on lovepittsfield.com.
It is so important to give everybody a voice.
It is so important. I agree completely. And that is what we've really been trying to do throughout this cultural plan. If someone is coming to a meeting and says, oh, so-and-so should really be here, we invite so-and-so. There's no exclusivity at this. It's like, please come to the table, be a part of this. We want everyone to be a part of it. And that is also why we want everyone to be taking this survey, because it is very important that everyone has a say in all that is happening in the cultural
Wish
plan.
politics was like that.
I know. Well, we do get to vote in politics, but this is different for sure. The cultural plan, we hope to solidify it in the fall of 2024 and then use it for the immediate and distant future when applying for grants and executing the goals of the cultural plan. Back to Bosque, I forgot that they're doing this folk festival. That's August 10th. Bosque Folk Festival is on Saturday, August 10th, and featuring Johnny Irion and the Session Americana, and that is actually at Bosque. Also, we were talking a little bit about the Summit Sounds and how they're sending people to the top of the mountain via a chairlift and doing live music up there, which is very exciting.
Should you do that if you have a fear of heights?
Well, probably not, but it's very safe. I mean, there's
no other way to get up
there. You
there.
can hike up there.
Oh, gee, no.
There is a hike to the top, which is
maybe 30 years ago.
Beautiful. Have you heard anything about this soap box derby that West Side Legends and Blue Q are coming together to do this? So remember soapbox derbies? Yeah. So they're doing that in an amazing way with Blue Q they put together, they had like kits to build these. So they built them throughout the city parks over the last week. And the actual soapbox derby is Saturday, August 17th from 12 to 4.
Now these are vehicles the kids have to build.
Yes. And a couple of them, I think 3 of them, are on display at City Hall right now. So if you walk into City Hall, you can see the ones that have been built, a few of the ones that have been built. I want someone to get on and race it down the hallway. That's my goal over the next couple of days. I asked a couple of people about it, and they did not want to do it. So I'm trying to find someone that would like to do it. They're so cool because you see the pictures and you see the plans, but to see them come to life and come together. So Saturday, August 17th is the West Side Sweet G Super Soapbox Derby. It's the West Side Legends, and Blue Q is a huge part of this. They came forward and really helped build these kits for the build day, which happened in several parks over the last week. It's very cool. And they have a rain date of the next day, August 18th.
Everything does now.
Yeah, apparently. But check that out. That's on Saturday, August 17th. Have you ever heard of the Silent Book Club?
No.
So Hot Plate, because Hot Plate is just stepping up in many ways for the community and doing all kinds of awesome things. They now have a silent book club. One time I accidentally went to this. It's the 3rd Sunday of each month.
Okay.
And you literally walk in and everyone's reading a book by themselves silently.
Okay.
And so if you want to go in and socialize with someone, that you should not go to the silent book club. So it's very quiet at the silent book club, but it's such an awesome. Berkshire's is back at a silent book club. Berkshire's is back at Hot Plate. Come by and join in with your books, snacks, and maybe a friend. Order your drinks and share what you're reading. Have a quiet reading and optional socializing time, or keep on reading, which I think that's so funny because the one I popped in on, I was like, this is not social. It's the Silent Book Club. It's called the Silent Book Club.
Did you have a book?
No, because I didn't know it was the Silent Book Club. Now I know. It's the 3rd Sunday of each month that they meet at Hot Plate. I just love because Hot Plate steps up if organizations like the Silent Book Club come to Hot Plate and say, hey, we're interested in meeting. And they probably were like, well, Sundays are usually a quiet time here. So let's do it on the 3rd Sunday of each month. And
very out of the box.
Yeah, it's very cool. So Silent Book Club meets at Hot Plate every 3rd Sunday of the month. Oh, yeah, there's a book club that is still happening through the Berkshire Athenaeum. And what I love, Berkshire Art Center on North Street, 141 North Street, is still doing these art meetups. They do rotating projects for families to participate at their own pace. And they're the 4th Saturday of every month. Parent and Me Art Meetup, the 4th Saturday of every month. And that's at Berkshire Art Center on North Street, 141 North Street. And I've still, before the summer is over, although I think it's going through the fall too, I want to do this Paint a Pint night with Berkshire Art Center at Thistle and Mirth, which is on West Street, 44 West Street. Berkshire Art Center spearheads this, but you go in and you paint a pint. And you can, of course, enjoy delicious pizza and drinks while you're painting your own pint glass. But it's cool. And then you take home the pint glass and use it at your own home.
Souvenir.
For a souvenir. It's great. We talked about the Bosque Folk Festival, but on August 17th is the Bosque Jazz Fest, which features the Brubeck brothers, Samara Evans, and Luke Franco. So, man, Bosque is rocking it with all these concerts.
Yeah.
And they're doing the Summit concert also on August 15th. So check out Bosque's website for all of the information on that. And they did end up pivoting that Fire on the Mountain Jam inside because of the weather. Because this weather in the Berkshires, you just never know, right? You never know what to expect
Nope.
with this Berkshire's weather.
And once you think you know, no, it's going to change.
Yeah, that's right. You think, okay, we're clear for the next 2 hours, and then boop, this pop-up little rain thing happens. It's
As
it's
long
the
as
Berkshires.
it's not snow.
Well, soon enough. Soon enough it will be snow. Once again, this is the Cultural Pittsfield Radio Show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM, Pittsfield Community Radio. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the wonderful city of Pittsfield. Bev Prentice is operating the board for us today. We're talking about all things culture in Pittsfield. And specifically, we're really focusing this week on the Pittsfield Cultural Plan. For the first time ever, Pittsfield is creating a cultural plan. The City of Pittsfield, along with Berkshire's Tomorrow, which is the nonprofit arm of the Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, BRPC. We are working with cultural organizations throughout the city, and we want all of you to be a part of it. There is a survey out there. It is on lovepittsfield.com. Social media channels, including Cultural Pittsfield, and it also could be emailed directly to you if you email us cultural.development@cityofpittsfield.org, cultural.development@cityofpittsfield.org. We would love to email the link directly to you to get to that survey. We are leaving it open through the month of August and hoping to get a lot of responses from people of all ages, because we want to hear from the community how to form this cultural plan. And as I said earlier, this cultural plan will be used in the immediate and distant future to apply for grants and execute the goals in the cultural plan. So when you have a cultural plan and you're applying for a grant and you attach that plan to the grant, it just gives you more clout. It says, wow.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. This is something that can really make it easier to get a grant.
Yes, I think that the people looking at the grant applications definitely are more impressed when you have a cultural plan that outlines all of your goals and you're applying for a grant specifically for one of those goals outlined in the plan. So it does make things hopefully easier, because the idea of this cultural plan is to outline specific goals and then obviously execute the goals. We don't want the plan just to be sitting on a shelf somewhere,
Right,
creating dust. We want to be using the plan, and we want all of our cultural partners to be using the plan on a regular basis to say, wow, before we think about what our strategic plan for the next 5 years is, let's pull this Pittsfield cultural plan out and say, how can we align these? How can we align our strategic plan with the cultural plan for the city of Pittsfield? So
you can always update it too, right?
yes, we hope to update it eventually, but let's just get the plan out there. Let's not talk about updating it yet, Bev, because it's been quite a feat to do this cultural plan. So let's just be, bask in the joy of doing the cultural plan for the city of Pittsfield. But again, more information on this on lovepittsfield.com and on our social media channels. And we will be sending a press release about the survey out. So hopefully you will see that in local media channels. And all of the events that I've been describing throughout the past 25 minutes have been on the Love Pittsfield newsletter. If you do not subscribe to that newsletter, please do. You can subscribe to the newsletter via our website, lovepittsfield.com, and it does outline all of the events for the week ahead and beyond. So you can outline what you want to do for the week based on all of the availability, and there are a lot of events happening in the city of Pittsfield, which we're very, very grateful for sure. But a huge shout out to BRPC, Berkshire Regional Planning Commission, and its nonprofit arm, Berkshire's Tomorrow. I've been working directly with Wiley Goodman, and she is working very hard along with her intern Liana to make this cultural plan really shine and straight. We're trying to keep it as straightforward for the cultural partners and the residents of Pittsfield. So get out there and take that survey. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact us at cultural.development@cityofpittsfield.org. Awesome. Thanks for another great week. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
in the studio. All right, this has been the Cultural Pittsfield Radio Show. Have a good week, everyone.